Hey, what's up guys, my name is Shubham Kejriwal and today in this video we're going to talk about the Lure 2 smartphone from Lure Echo and we'll be taking a look at some of the specifications of this device and decide whether for the price tag of 12,000 rupees which it is priced at, it is a good device or not. So basically the specification list is really nice and yeah, we'll be taking a look at it in this video. And yes, without any further ado, let's get started and talk about it and take a look at the device itself. So first let's talk about the design of the device, which is full metal for this device, and from the front side it looks pretty much like the Lure Venus smartphone, which is the previous generation of course. And the main thing is from the back, where you find a huge camera sensor at the center of the device, and below it is the fingerprint scanner, which was present in the last generation device too. So in the last generation it was like a circular ring or something, and in this version it has a squarish kind of a fingerprint scanner along with the camera placement at the center rather than the side placement on the device. Previous device Lure Venus, I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, the thing is that the device looks pretty nice, and along with that metal finish, it definitely gives this device a really nice look. And overall this device looks quite nice, and definitely it is eye-catcher, I should say. Also it comes in 3 color variants, which is the gold and the silver and the grey variant. I have taken a look at only the gold variant, so I don't know about the other 2 variants, but they should look pretty nice considering the fact that the camera sensor has really got me like, I don't know even. I forgot to speak English, sorry. But the camera sensor definitely makes this device a really nice thing, and it is definitely a delight to look at. So talking about the processor that this device supports, it has a Snapdragon 652 processor inside of it, which is really a very powerful processor and makes this device a really beast in itself. So basically this processor in itself has 4 A53 cores and 4 A72 cores, which is definitely a beast in itself. So for comparison, let's take Redmi Note 3 for example, which has the 650 processor inside, but that processor has 2 A72 and 4 A53 cores, whereas this one has 4 A72 and 4 A53. So because of that particular reason, this device is much powerful than the Redmi Note 3 itself. So things like games rendering and stuff should not be a problem for this device, basically because of the processor itself, and of course because of the DDR3 3GB RAM included inside the device. So these 2 things definitely make this device a really good and a beastful device in itself. Now coming to the camera side, we have the 16MP camera sensor at the back of the device along with the 8MP front facing camera sensor. But talking about the 16MP rear camera, which is the main focus of this device, it is definitely a really good looking, the sensor is really good looking from the outside of course, and also the device has 4K video recording capabilities along with 1080p at 30fps and 720p at slow-mo recording for 60fps. So nothing great over there, but of course we can take a look at the camera later and would decide for it to be good or not at the later stages. So one more very interesting thing about this device is that it has a USB Type-C port, which is of course not interesting, but the main point is that it doesn't have a 3.5mm headphone jack, and the earphones that you would be using would only go through the USB Type-C. Yes, that's something which the company has decided to put in, and no 3.5mm headphone jack and no secondary port. Like the company might have included 2 ports, 2 USB Type-C port, but no, they decided just to include 1 port, and you just have to include your headphone jack through the port to connect it to this device. So that is kind of a new thing to be experiencing on a device, and while it is a step ahead, and I don't know how it is a step ahead, but according to the company it is, but at the same time it is a step behind for all those people who are very comfortable with their headphone jack. And along with that, one more very interesting thing which we would have to see is whether the people get annoyed by seeing that they wouldn't be able to charge their phone and listen to the music at the same time. So yeah, that is a very big problem which I came across in my mind lately, and yeah, we would be taking a look at that later. And via the USB Type-C port which would be in this device, the company is also saying to include a new feature, a new technology, which is the CDLA technology, which stands for digital lossless audio, and that is something which they are including as a new technology in the smartphone, which has Hi-Fi 2.0 audio technology via the USB Type-C port. So that is kind of a new thing, and of course it has to be because the headphone jack is supported for the first time with the USB Type-C port. So yeah, it is kind of expected, but of course it is a good thing to see the company enrolling themselves into such things which can be really risky for it. Talking about the software of this device, we have EUI, which is company's own UI based on Android version Marshmallow Android version 6.0 Marshmallow, and that is good to see that they are including the latest version of Android on these devices. And finally, for the battery, we have a 3000 milliamp hour battery inside of this thing, and it supports quick charging, super charging for what the company calls it, but yeah, it has quick charging, and that is again a nice thing. And yeah, that would be basically it. And now taking a look at some of the pros and the cons of this device. For the pros, I would firstly like to mention that it has the 652 processor, of course, and it has USB Type-C, can be taken as a pro. And also it has 3 GB of RAM within the price range of 12,000, and it has a 16 megapixel rear camera, but it would be doubtful to see if it performs that great or not. We saw a poor quality 16 megapixel camera with the Redmi Note 3, by the way, and yeah, that would be it for the pros. And also we have the Le Echo 1 year membership also for the pros, which is again a membership worth rupees 4990 if I am correct, and yeah, that would be it, and you get it absolutely free when you buy the Le 2 smartphone. And talking about some of the cons which I have came across recently are that this doesn't support voice over LTE, so the voice quality wouldn't be that great as on other devices like the Redmi Note 3 or so. And also, of course, the biggest con, 3.5mm headphone jack missing, and for many people it might be a pro, but for me it is right now a con, and we would see at later stages if it turns out to be a pro or a con in itself. And the last and third con would have to be that this device doesn't support expandable storage, and 32 GB is what all you get, and you cannot just expand it. And yeah, that would be basically for what I had for this device. Tell me what you got for the Le 2 and what your impressions are for the device in the comment section down below, and I would definitely love to read them. And yeah, that would be basically it. Hell your query down in the description down below, and again I would be interested in reading them and answering to your queries. So yes, that is basically it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.